Oh!
Hello!
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 Hi!
Hi!
Welcome!
Oh! Wah!
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 Alrighty, well, since it looks like everyone's here, let's go ahead and take roll.
All right.
To start with, is Odysseus here today?
Yeah.
Excellent. And Hercules.
Yeah.
Is Hera here today?
Yeah.
Excellent. Andromeda.
Yeah.
Do we have a Zeus here?
Yeah.
Oh, and Poseidon.
Yeah.
Is Cleopatra here?
Yeah.
That one makes sense, actually.
Yes.
And Alexander. Strangely enough, that one makes less sense.
Yeah.
Yes, he's more Macedonian than he is Greek.
Yes, all right. Moving on then.
Moving on. Now that it seems like everyone is here, we're gonna go ahead and start with our stretches.
A second time.
Or a first. Or a first.
Or a first.
Awesome.
Excellent. Moving on.
Let us go ahead and start with my favorite stretch, the one to stretch on our forearms. So what we're gonna do is put our one arm out nice and straight, grab with our other hand and pull back just a little bit so we get some nice stretch under here, under our arms.
Yes.
And let's go ahead and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6,
7,
8,
9,
10.
10.
All right, moving on to the next one. Up and ho.
1,
2,
3,
4,
5,
7,
6,
8,
9,
10.
10.
Numbers, they're tough.
Yes, we counted out of order, but we still got to 10.
I think that's true.
Yes.
Moving on.
Now, another arm stretch. We're gonna put one arm behind our back and go ahead and put some pressure on our elbow so we get a nice stretch in our arms right here. All right, let's go ahead and count. 1,
2,
3,
4,
5,
6,
7,
8,
9,
10.
10.
I can't count for beans.
That's okay.
Ah,
You can be a bean counter later.
good.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and switch arms then.
Next one.
Alrighty, once we have our arms in position, we can go ahead and count to 10. 1,
2,
3,
3, 4,
5,
6,
7,
8,
9,
10.
10. Awesome. Counting today is hard.
It's warm outside.
It is. So now our last arm stretch, which is the across the body. So we put our one arm across our body, grab with our other one, and pull back a little bit to get some stretch in our shoulders. So let's go ahead and count. 1, 2, 3,
4,
5,
6,
7,
8,
9,
10.
and 10.
All right, switching to the other side. 1,
2,
3,
4,
5,
6,
7,
8,
9.
and 10.
I prefer them odd numbers.
Did you know we never count backwards in even numbers? We never go like 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. We always end on 1. Neck stretches. Now we need to do some leg stretches. So what we're gonna do is do some toe touches. So first we wanna put our legs nice and together with our feet straight. Then we're gonna take our arms out here and make our bing bing noise. Bing bing. Bing bing. Ding ding. Bing bing. Ding ding. It's not, I thought it was a bing, not a ding. Ding ding. Bing bing. Ding ding. Bing bing.
Mine goes ding.
Mine goes bing. Ding ding. Bing bing.
All right.
Alright, let's go ahead and touch our toes. And woo! And count.
1,
2,
3,
4,
5,
6,
7,
8,
9.
10. That was a fast 10 seconds.
That was.
Yes. Now there's one more leg stretch that we need to do, and this time it's very similar, but we're gonna kick our legs out nice and wide. And once again, bing bing, ding ding, bing bing, ding ding, and arms down. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10. Awesome. So now that we've done our stretches, we can go ahead and start with our first couple of exercises. So the first one we're gonna do is our arm swirls.
Arm swirls.
So we want to put our arms out nice and straight, and then we're gonna swirl forward for 10 swirlies. So let's go ahead and count them together. 1,
Swirly.
2,
Swirly.
3,
Swirly.
4,
Swirly.
5,
Swirly.
6,
Swirly.
7,
Swirly.
8,
Swirly.
9,
Swirly.
10.
Swirly.
And now let's reverse. And 1,
Whirly.
2,
Whirly.
3,
Whirly.
4,
Whirly.
5,
Swirl.
6,
Swirl.
7,
Swirl.
8,
9.
and 10. Last swirly. Awesome. I understood all of your backwards words perfectly fine there, Sir Robin.
Yay!
Awesome. So now that we've done our arm swirlies, we need to get the rest of our body woken up. So we're gonna do some high knees running in place, or if you have a backyard, here's the time to pause the video and go take a lap around your backyard. So we're gonna go high knees around our backyard and do high knees until we get back. All right, are you ready, Sir Robin?
I am ready.
Alrighty, let's go with our high knees.
High
knees, high knees, high knees, high knees, high knees, high knees, high knees, high knees, high knees, high knees, high knees, high knees.
I got a saber-toothed tiger.
Oh no!
Roar! Go get him.
He's going to get them very quickly.
Yes. But first he's gotta bathe himself. All right, moving on.
Yes, so now that we've done a few of our exercises and we're all warmed up with our stretches, let's go ahead and learn about what today is about.
Today, it's about things.
So today is about ancient Greece.
Ancient Greece.
So none of that new Greece.
Yep, none of that grease.
Nope, and not the grease that goes in your car to make it run well.
That's oil, so don't put grease in your car either.
Right, so we're talking about the ancient land of Greece.
That ancient land of Greece. That's where the Parthenon is.
Yes, and that is where the Olympics were invented.
The Olympics.
Yes.
The cool thing about the Olympics
What's the cool thing about the Olympics?
is they were fun and exercise and athletics from all the different city-states. But guess what was not an Olympic event?
Ooh, I'll give you one guess.
One guess only.
Yes, it starts with an A.
It starts with an A.
It rhymes with marchery.
Marchery. Was it archery?
Yes,
Archery?
it was not an ancient Greek Olympic sport. As a matter of fact, archery was added to the Olympics in the year 1900.
No! I have another fun archery fact when it comes to the Olympics, though.
Ooh, what is it?
It was actually the first sport in the Olympics that women competed in.
Whoa! So what you're saying is women can compete in archery too?
Yeah, yes, they can.
Whoa, that's amazing.
Yeah. Just like Brave
Yeah, just like Brave.
and that other girl
And that other
from
one as
the
well.
12th district.
Yes, yeah, that one.
7th,
I'm not sure.
8th,
How many districts are there?
12th.
I don't know.
All right, moving on.
Right. So, ancient Greeks, so they're known for the Olympics, as well as making some great buildings like the Parthenon, but they're really famous for having really smart thinkers
Smart thinkers like Euclid.
and Plato and Socrates
That guy too.
and Pythagoras
Yep.
and a whole bunch of other people who invented math.
Yeah, math. It's
Yep.
good.
Yep.
I also saw one time in Sparta, they do this Sparta thing.
Yes. So, you guys have probably heard of regions like Sparta or Athens, and these were cities as well as their own little countries. They like to be
Whoa.
called city-states.
City-states.
So in our normal vernacular, when we're talking about America, a state would be something like California, and 50 states make up America. In ancient Greece, those little city-states were about the size of one city. So imagine if you went to Anaheim and then that was your entire country.
That would be it.
Yeah, that was it.
That was all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you'd probably go to war with Los Angeles.
Right, because you guys were fighting over water or something like that.
Yep, water.
And so, one thing that made the Greeks very, very interesting was that they actually did use bows and arrows in their army,
Wow, but not the Olympics.
but not the Olympics.
Wow.
But their armies were only made up of 10% archers.
10% archers.
So that means 1 out of every 10 people was an archer.
Archery.
Woo! Awesome. And so, one other crazy thing that the Greeks did love about archery was that there were so many archery-related myths in their culture.
Wow, archery-related myths.
So we're gonna learn about 2 really big myths.
Whoa,
And
myths.
those myths could also be considered some of the most important historical works of literature out of Greece.
Ah,
They were the Iliad and the Odyssey.
the Iliad and the Odyssey.
They were both written by a smart man named Homer.
Homer. Not that Homer from the other Homer.
No.
This other Homer.
This is a very smart Homer.
The smart Homer.
Yes, and he wrote this way back in 1190 BC.
Wow, that's a long time ago.
That's over 3,000 years ago.
That's over 3,000 years ago.
So the Iliad takes place during the Trojan War.
The Trojan War.
And you might have heard of this word before, but it was the battle between King Agamemnon and the Trojans.
Whoa, aren't they that place with the city with the big walls?
Yes, so what made the Trojan city what made Troy, the Trojan city, so crazy was that they had massive walls that were 40 feet tall.
Really big walls.
And the walls were so wide on the top, you could drive 2 chariots down them.
That's a lot.
That's a really wide wall.
That is a really, really big wall.
Yes. It was such a big wall that the Greeks could not get in for 10 whole years.
For 10 years.
Yeah, so imagine if there was someone outside of your house camping for 10 years and they wouldn't let you outside.
That would be awful.
Right. So that is what happened to the Trojans from the Greeks.
Man.
They just showed up at their front door and kept them inside for 10 whole years.
That's horrible.
That's such a long time.
Yeah.
So, what makes the Trojan War and the Iliad so important, though, is one hero, and his name is Achilles.
Achilles.
And so who Achilles is, he is the strongest fighter for the Greeks.
Har 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 hoo har.
He was said to be invulnerable, so no blades or arrows could hurt him.
Ah, how did that happen, in fact?
Oh, well, you see, when he was a baby, his mother took him to the river Styx and dipped him in, all but his heel, because
Oh.
that's what she held on to make sure he didn't fall all the way in.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't want to fall into the river Styx.
No, there's a lot of sticks in the river Styx.
Yeah, no sticks.
Yeah.
I don't like sticks in
No,
the eye.
you won't want to get stuck with the
Yeah,
sticks.
no sticks.
No.
It's a good band now.
Yes.
Yeah, moving on.
Yes. So, Achilles did have one flaw,
One flaw.
and that would be his Achilles heel.
Oh no, his Achilles heel.
So, how he was finally defeated in battle after hundreds of other warriors could not even scratch him, one of the princes of Troy shot him in the heel with the bow and arrow.
Oh no, Achilles.
And since that was his only weak point, he instantly died.
It was his Achilles heel.
Right, so if you ever hear the term Achilles heel,
In reference to someone's one and only weakness.
that's where it comes from.
Oh, what a great archery myth that was.
Yes. Now, the Iliad has a sequel.
Oh, a sequel. I love sequels. Is this known as the Odyssey?
It is. And during the Odyssey, we follow the hero Odysseus.
Odysseus, he was known to be a very smart man. Ha!
Yeah, and Odysseus, he also fought in the Trojan War, and he was there those whole 10 years sieging Troy. But on his way home, he got lost.
He got lost. He battled a Cyclops. He also got stuck eating things he shouldn't be eating on an island, and everyone got sick, and it was no good.
Right. And he got lost for such a long time.
No!
He got lost for 10 years.
Oh no! 10 years at sea, 10 years camping.
So he was gone from his home and his wife and his son for 20 years.
That is a really long time. In fact, that's almost more than I'm alive.
Yes. So, when he left his son, he was a little baby. And now, when he came back home, he was a grown adult.
A grown adult.
And he almost didn't recognize his son when he got back.
That would make sense.
Right. But because Odysseus was someone super important, he was the king of Ithaca.
The king of Ithaca.
And Ithaca was one of those Greek city-states that we talked about earlier.
Also an island.
Yes. And so, with Ithaca, when Odysseus got back, he saw that there were a bunch of people who were trying to take his throne and to be the new king.
They wanted to be the king.
Because their argument was that Odysseus has been gone for 20 years.
He's probably dead by now, they said.
Yes, so he's obviously not coming back.
We need a new king.
Yes. So, what Odysseus saw when he got back was that there were a bunch of people eating his food and living in his house for free.
Wow.
And he was upset at that.
Those are almost worse than campers in your front yard.
Yeah. People just eating your food and living at your house for free?
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh.
So, what Odysseus did is he decided to disguise himself before he went inside.
He disguised himself
As an old
Da-da-da.
man. So
As an old man.
Yes, he pretended to be a very old
Old
man.
man. Old Odysseus.
Because he wanted to see if the men inside were good people or if they were not good people. So as he showed up and he was an old man, they started making fun of him. So he knew that those people would not be good kings and they were not good people.
No, they're not good people. They're mean, and they spill their grape juice all over the floor and do not pick it up.
Yep. So, how Odysseus decided that he would prove that he was actually himself, now that he had disguised himself as an old man, was Odysseus had a bow.
A special bow, in fact.
This bow was so powerful
And strong.
that only he himself could string it.
Only me can string it.
Yes. And so, what he did is he challenged the rest of these men to try to string his bow and then shoot one arrow.
One arrow, I challenge you to shoot it through all of the axe handles, but first you must string my bow.
Right, so, and he had to shoot it through 12 axe handles.
12.
And an axe handle was only about this big around that you
Oh.
had to shoot it through, and you had to shoot it through 12.
12 of them, not one. 11 more.
Yes. So, now that we have told you the story of Odysseus, I think we should try to shoot through our own axe handles.
Yes, I challenge you, Captain Crow, to find out who the real Odysseus is.
Ah, yes. Well, since we were unable to get axe handles, I think we should use the next best thing. Balloons. So,
That makes sense.
we will both choose one arrow in order to try to shoot through all of the balloons. But beforehand, there's a saber-toothed tiger back behind the target.
Oh,
So
no.
we need to make sure that
No
it's not-
saber-toothed tigers.
Saber-toothed tiger, go away, all the way.
All right.
Now that the range is clear, we are able to try and be like Odysseus. So let's see if Sir Robin here can get all of those balloons or axe handles on one shot. Would you like me to make it slightly straighter for you?
Yeah, why don't we make them axe handles straight? They're crooked. They're crooked looking.
Here. Is that straight now?
That's better.
Alrighty. He's got one shot. Let's pull all the steps. He's gonna pull it back to his anchor point. We're gonna count 1, 2, 3. Ooh! He got all of his balloons popped in one shot.
Who's the real Odysseus now? Says Odysseus I am.
Ah, well, yes. Let us now add my axe handles to the board. Yes, my axe handles.
Ah, his axe handles.
Yes. Is that straight?
Yeah. I'll fix it for you if you want.
Yes, please come help fix it. While I get ready to try to be Odysseus. Ah, perfect. Alrighty, so go ahead and count when I get to my anchor points.
One, two, three.
Oh no!
Who's the real Odysseus now? It's Sir Robin!
Oh, I guess
I'm
Sir
the
Robin
king
really
now!
was the new king. His disguise worked as an old man.
No one knew it was gonna be me?
No. So, now that we have gone over 2 archery myths from the Greeks,
Aha!
it's time to tell you about our homework tonight.
Homework!
Right. So, tonight what we need you, everyone, to do is to make your own archery myth.
Yes, make your own archery myth about a heroic hero who uses the very heroic bow and arrows as their tool for heroic deeds.
Yes.
Yes, we've already learned about some other heroes back in Persia, and now we've heard about Odysseus and his use of the bow to reclaim his kingdom of Ithaca and get rid of those bad campers.
Yep.
Yes, so it's your job to write your own story. It could take place in ancient Greece, but it could also take place in modern times. It could take place in the future. It could take place at any place you want. It could even be a hero from a made-up land. So I am looking forward to hearing about all of your heroes.
Right, so just make sure in your myth that you do have one hero or more, and that your hero uses a bow and arrow to do something heroic.
Do something heroic, like save the land.
Or maybe defeat a monster.
Ooh, like a cyclops.
Yes.
Those evil cyclopses.
Yep, they only have one eye.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
No. So, we're looking forward to hearing from everyone.
And everyone else.
And everyone else.
And the people that are.
And the heroes.
Yeah, alright. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye. Good luck.
Bye.
Things and stuff.
Bye.